Hey everybody, welcome back to Venomcentral. Today, we're going to move the monsters. Big, aggressive, venomous snakes, and how to move them safely. But we're going to start out, of course, my Mexican rattlesnake fascination. We're going to start out with the smallest of Mexican rattlesnakes to the largest of Mexican rattlesnakes. But today I'm going to show you all how I safely move around the monsters. And we're going to go from little to monster-sized rattlesnakes. So, don't leave, don't run off, keep watching because we're going to save the best for last. Because in this tub is an absolute monster. I raised this snake from a baby. You'll be able to actually see just how big he is and how big a truly monster basiliscus is. So this is going to be a great episode. So hang in there, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. But with nothing to do, let's get busy. Now, I have a fascination with Mexican rattlesnakes. I love crotalus. It's one of my bugaboos. I love the Mexican rattlesnakes. I don't keep a lot of native stuff. I have no reason to, which I will have to have some native stuff in our new exhibit for the public, but I like to keep the stuff that I can't study every day in the wild. So we're going to start out with the Mexican Pigmy Rattlesnake and how I move mine around safely. Now they're a little squirrely rattlesnake, and just hooking them and moving them sometimes doesn't work. They jump off a hook, they end up on the floor, they end up under the rack or under a cage. So I just kind of do the shift box thing with them real easily. And you can see right here we have a nice little porker of a female. This is a crotalus ravis, the Mexican Pigmy Rattlesnake, and instead of taking her and trying to hook her and move her all the way over to her rack and things, I just use what's around me. I'll set me up a stool there, which there's a big snake in there also. I'll set up her little box there. I just got done cleaning her cage. And I'll just pop this thing off of here safely. There we go. And I'll use my hook to coax her into her rack. And these little guys are squirrely. See, he's already striking and bumping around. My hands are out of the way. I'm safe. I'll just kind of coax this little girl right into her tub. Nice and easy. No stress on her. No stress on me. She's not getting hooked. She's not getting grabbed with tongs. She's not getting slung around. I want her to feel comfortable. I want my snake to feel comfortable with me and not see me as a threat. They don't feel that they're threatened, they're not going to get defensive. And then we just close her door up really easy. This door sticks a little bit, so we have to immediately give her a little help. Alright. Very short, very simple. Okay? And now moving up the ladder to something a little bit bigger, we'll go over to... I just did a substrate change on a lot of snakes, so I've got snakes in different containers around here. And of course we'll move up in a hook size here. Now this is it's a mid-sized rattlesnake. And this is the Mexican blacktail rattlesnake. And this snake may range from anywhere from 3.5 to 4 foot would be a good size one. And this is a big adult female. And she's probably about 3.5 foot, and she's actually going to go up here. And now a snake like this, of course I'm going to support her body. I'm going to have to hook her and move her. But when you get into bigger animals like this, you have to put your hands on them a little bit. It's just the way that you got to do it. And it's just about feeling comfortable doing it. But I got a way that I do this. When I hook a snake, I'll move them gently and I'll drape them over the bucket or wherever I got them in. I'll keep that bitey end away from me, and then I'll reach in and grab the tail, okay, and then support the animal. So once again, just to show you this very simply, instead of putting my hands anywhere near her where she can tag me, I'll hook her. We'll lift her up over, let her kind of drape, if we can get her to cooperate here. And sometimes it just takes a minute to get it right, and you just take your time and you don't rush. Because rushing with venomous snakes can cost you. We'll drape her head over there where I can safely put my hand back here out of the way of the bitey end and support her. And if I need the floor to reposition my hook, I can do that. And notice how calm she is, how placid she is, because she doesn't feel threatened. I'm not jumping around nervous, scared. I'm not giving her that vibe like, okay, this big thing wants to hurt me. So we're just going to gently pop her right in her cage up here. Aggressive rattlesnake. Now this snake, I don't care what you do, he's not going to feel comfortable because he's just mean. Some rattlesnakes are just mean. And this guy's got a little bit of an attitude, and he is a big boy. Now this snake's about a 5-footer, okay? And we're just getting ready to pair this snake back up with a female. Now this is the Zobcon. This is the Yucatan rattlesnake. Comes from the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. Beautiful species of rattlesnake. In the Simus family, I still count them as the Rhesus family, but this is a hot animal. You suffer a bite from this animal and you're in trouble. So being careful is the main factor here. And you can see we've also got a female in here already. So, and she's in the way of my door, which way I want to put this snake in. So I'm going to open this up gently. And we're going to bump her back. I'm going to talk a little bit about this hook too. We're going to get her out of our way. Come on, little girl. Get back over there. Now, as I move up to move into big snakes, the big aggressive snakes, you see I'm going up in hook size. Now, this is an awesome hook. It's made by www.snakesticks.com. I don't know if they're still in business, but this hook was a gift, and it is an awesome hook. It's retractable. I can use it shorter if I need to. I can use it longer if I need to. But notice this. Look at this big, wide pan on this thing. It helps support the body of them bigger snakes. It's awesome. And, you know, versus something like this, you know, your stock snake hook that a lot skinnier, you know, yeah, it can hold the weight, but digging into a heavy snake's body, its ribs, you can injure a snake with that. You can hurt a snake with that, especially a big snake. So, this hook, I love it. And now, there's the 2-hook technique. A lot of guys use that 2-hook technique. And that's a little shoddy sometimes. It works for some people. It doesn't work for me. I like using my big flat hook. I can brace my forearm against it and support the weight and handle my animal at the same time. But we're going to use the same technique on this like we did with that nigrosensis, with that Mexican blacktail. I'm going to lift this guy up. And this is a big snake now. And he is a biter, so we're going to do this very slow and gently. And I drape him over. I can get down here and support his body. Now, that is a big rattlesnake. I mean, he probably weighs, he's probably pushing 10 pounds, but look at the size of this guy. I mean, he's a big, girthy, strong snake. That's a big Zobcon. And notice he's not going too crazy on me today, which is great. He's getting kind of chill and used to being handled. I'm supporting his weight, the nice flat hook supporting the weight up top, and we'll just let him gently do his thing and crawl right in there. While we're staying out of the way of that little girl. Give him a little tap, move him along. And mind you, normally all my cages have locks. You can see here, we've got locks everywhere. I've just taken all my locks off to do the video and change substrate today, but we go back at the end of the day and we lock everything back up. But, moving on to something really, really large. Now, I've done videos about my basiliscus before, and you can see them inside the cages, and you see just a big pile of a snake laying there. You can't really see how big they are, but I'm going to tell you, monster rattlesnakes exist, and this is one of them. I raised this snake from a baby, and He is one of my favorite animals. He is a beast. And we just had to pull him out from his girls, his females, because they're both gravid. They're really close to having babies. And he needs to be separated because he's so big he'll lay on these babies and end up just crushing them and smothering them. So we set him up a new cage down here. And this is where he's going to go. And that's him rattling in there. And he's already a little pissed. Alright, big daddy. Now with this animal, you need 2 hands to straighten him over. Oh! And this guy is a beast. You can see the size of that rattlesnake. He is a monster. He's probably pushing 18 pounds. That big around. I don't mess with him too much. Let him hang out here and handle him. The less I gotta have my hands on him, the better. For me, for him. You see he's already buzzing. He's irritated. Let's not take no liberties. We ain't gotta take that liberty. Let's just move him safely into his exhibit and close it. There's no need to stretch it out and cause him stress and cause me stress. But a bite from this guy, that would be horrific. And the thing is, a bite from any of them would be horrific. I mean, probably 80% of your keepers in the States, they ain't got their own antivenom. I mean, what happens if you get bit by something like this? You get rushed to the hospital, you don't have antivenom, and yeah, they're maybe going to have crofab or antivip on hand, and they're going to try that, but with some of these tropical rattlesnakes, that ain't going to work. It's just not going to work. And then the next step is, while you're suffering, possibly dying, they're calling zoos, they're calling serpentariums to try to get their antivenom. And what if that zoo or that serpentarium doesn't have that animal, doesn't have antivenom for it? So then you're just kind of screwed, right? That's why I get antivenom for my animals. I'm a big believer in having my own shit. I mean, if you're going to spend the money to have animals and work with them, spend the money to get antivenom. I mean, so like for all my tropical rattlesnakes, all my lechises, all my bothrops, I use a polyvalent. I hope I never have to use it, but I can show you here. Like this is my polyvalent box for my Central South American stuff. Now you notice there's a little list there of all the animals that this antivenom works on, okay? It'll work on the bushmasters, the eyelash vipers, the fer-de-lance, all the bothrop species, the neotropical rattlesnakes, all of them, the arutus, the basiliscus, but also as an alternate antivenom, if we run out, crofab or antivip will work for the basiliscus. And you got to keep enough of each on hand. And this is a great product. I mean, I've never had to use it, thank God. I'm knocking on wood, but we keep it on hand. And it's a polyvalent. It treats a lot of different species. And we've done the formula for a big bite from say a big bushmaster or a big basiliscus. And it should take you about 8 vials to get out of harm's way of that. But each one of these little boxes has 2 vials in it. So now mind you, this is just the box for this stuff. I have another box for my African stuff. You know, I have another box for my Asian stuff. Because when you get bit, why wait? Why have the doctors and the people working on you trying to find what they need to save your life when you take it with you? That's when you got to have a bite protocol on hand. Have a doctor that's familiar with you, that knows what you do, that knows what you have, so he can catch up on the latest ways to administer this stuff. And like for me, I have a doctor. If I get bit, we've got one guy that we call. And he knows exactly what to do. But I have my family doctor, who is my backup guy. If I get bit, he's right here close. He's called. We're at the emergency room. He meets us there. And then we call Sean from Venom. He happens to be a really good friend of mine. So, and he's not too far from me. He can correspond with the doctor who's treating me on treatment plan if I get bit. I mean, we have a whole protocol laid out, and I can't push this enough. If you're going to keep this stuff, have a bite protocol. Do what you got to do to get your own antivenom. Sometimes you may call a serpentarian, and these guys need their antivenom because they work with them every day too. You know, guys like, you know, Jim Harrison up there at Kentucky Reptile Zoo, or Carl Barden down there at Reptile Discovery. These guys handle snakes every day. They're doing the work to make this stuff. I mean, so they need their antivenom. They run a higher chance of getting bit than anybody. And them guys they're gods in my eyes. But why would I want to deplete their source of what they have to protect themselves to protect me? I protect myself. And I encourage everybody else to do the same thing. Get your own antivenom. You get a BBIND number. You get an import-export license. You get a doctor on board to approve a non-FDA approved drug, and you get it. You have a lot of red tape, a lot of bullcrap to go through, but you get it done. Because if you want to stay with this and stay safe and maybe save your life, you do it. I mean, literally, you'll spend the money on caging, you'll spend the money on snakes, you'll spend the money on everything you want to do whatever you got in mind with your animals. Spend the money on what you need to keep yourself alive. But anyways, just a quick video to show you guys how I move some snakes around. We'll do another one with Bothrop stuff because I have a whole different procedure with Bothrops. They're flighty. They're a little crazy. I mean, the big Bothrop stuff, the big Lachisa stuff, it's handling differently than rattlesnakes. Like say this snake right here, we'll do something with it very soon. This is a very, very large Bothrop species. That's a fer-de-lance. That snake's pushing 6-7 foot. Now, that snake handles differently than a rattlesnake. It's long, it's muscular, it's lean, it's fast, it's really bitey. That snake's not going to give you a chance. So, there's a different way to handle that snake and move it around. But, check back with us. We're going to do a lot more stuff. Subscribe. Hit the like button, give us the thumbs up, and check back with us. Thank you for watching. Willie from Venomcentral checking out. Later.